BBN, what's going on, guys? This is the Loyal BBN Fan Show, and we are live again for another Thursday night show. Don't forget, guys, please let me know where you're watching from. If this is your first time, please let me know it's your first time. Also, please let me know where you're watching from. Tonight, we will be taking phone calls heavy tonight, so make sure that you see the number on top right there, 270-220-0994. Please get your phone calls in, and let's have a great show. Hopefully, I have a lot of new members in here tonight. I'm looking forward to that. Man, I'm excited. Let's do it, man. Let's hurl the first one that's going to be in tonight. So I'm doing things a little bit different tonight. Hopefully, this right here works out. Me and my guy, Dapu, who's back door, he's actually taking care of some stuff for me. So we're going to try to see if that helps with the views and who's watching. But I'm definitely barely on shot glass. You barely made it, man. I mean, you barely missed it. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I know I can always count on you guys. So it might take a couple of minutes for my Facebook people to get in here. We're trying something different with sharing out the link and everything. So we're going to try to see if that works or not. But Zeb, thank you for joining in. I see you too as well. We just going to have fun tonight. Don't forget, we're doing phone-in calls tonight at 270-220-0994. And I definitely hope you're doing well. Brian, thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. Let me know if it's your first time watching. Absolute first up, Roger. Go Cats. Nah, I got you. Thank you. Everybody's coming on in tonight. Please, guys, don't forget we're going to call in tonight and everything like that. Also, I want to put it out right here in the first part of the video tonight. That next Thursday night show will not happen because I will be out of country. I'm taking a weekend trip to Bahrain. So that's where I'll be at. Actually, I will be traveling next Thursday evening, so that's where I'll be at. But Harold says I hate to lose, and I believe that as well. So thank you guys. Can you guys believe that this is the last weekend without Kentucky sports until next April, hopefully. Hopefully next April, we're still early April, whatever. Hope we're still playing basketball in March Madness, and hope we're still making a run for a title. But this is the last weekend without Kentucky sports. I know this is week 0 in college football, but we're talking about we're ready to see the Cats play in football, and we're just a few days away from kickoff. And we will be taking on Southern Miss at Kroger Field Saturday afternoon. And don't forget, right after the ball game, I will be doing a post-game show immediately after the game is over. Then I got to go to work, and I got to make up that time for missing. So, maybe because of the time difference, maybe I might not have to. Maybe I might be able to make it to work on time, but I don't want to be rushed during my post-game show. So if I got to be late to work that day, then I definitely will be late. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. UK fan 1996, thank you so much. Right in time to watch while I eat. Well, so what are you eating, UK fan? Let me know what you eating tonight. I came home today and actually fixed me a nice burger today. And so it was really good. And then I went to sleep. So it's definitely good to have all you guys there tonight. Let me know. Let me know once again if this is your first time watching, and we are going to have a great time tonight. So, I mean, I just saw something that UK basketball got. I mean, and it feels odd. Let me just put this out there as a disclosure, okay? It feels odd having football season a few days away, and we're still leading off with basketball. It just does. And just like I said Tuesday night, this is just a prime example of why Kentucky, as much as we love our football team, this is a prime example of why Kentucky is a basketball school and not a football school. And this is no knock on the football, nothing like that. But at the end of the day, we all know what moves the needle here at UK, and that's Kentucky basketball. So, do you smell what Pope has got cooking? Jasper Johnson said he'd like staying home. We had Chinese. Boy, was that cat good? I can tell you guys a story about that, Hurl. I don't know if I want to bore people with that story, but I can actually tell you guys a story about it, about the cat and the Chinese food or the Japanese food or whatever. I experienced that firsthand with one of my friends before when we was in Japan some years ago, and he was eating this stick, and it was meat on it, and we was at the back of the base, outside the base in Japan, and some Japanese girls, they walked past us, And they looked at him and they laughed and they said, "Do you know what you're eating?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "This chicken is good." He said, "This chicken is good." And they looked at each other and they laughed. Come to find out, I guess they thought, I guess they assumed that it was cat that he was eating. So he didn't eat chicken from there no more. And we still had like 3 months to go. So he didn't eat any more chicken off base anytime more after that. But yeah, I had to say that having beef, fried rice, and California roll, okay, that's good. It's probably a rat on a stick. I don't know, but I don't. Every time you guys know the story with the rats over here, and I wanted to try different restaurants here because there's a lot of mom and pops here, places per se. So I wanted to try a lot of different places over here because I walk a lot. But after walking late at night and seeing all these rats and stuff, I don't eat it anywhere. Like, yeah, I don't want to go out there. I cook my food now because I'm too scared to actually do it. So also, guys, don't forget to shout out where you're from tonight. The phone number to call in tonight when we open up the phone line here in a little bit, 270-220-0994. The number is right here up top, somewhere like that. Yep. And just excited to have you guys. I've heard it tastes like it was good though because if I'm correct, I think I ate some prior to heat. It smelled so good too. So when you get off the base, you walk out the back gate, and then you run right into the local city or whatever you want to call it. It's like right there. And when you come off, they know we coming. They know the Americans are coming off base. They know we come in bunches. So they always got the grills fired up, and it's always smelling so good. So when you get off base, you're just like, I want something different than what's on base. And it smells so good, it just entices you to go get the chicken and go eat it. But I guess that's why you didn't see no cats running around. That's for sure. So we're just sorry to bring this up, but anybody aware of the states across the country put in that. Ooh. I'm not Roger. This right here is not a. This is. I try not to get into the political stuff here on my show at all. I appreciate you being here, Roger, but I don't really. I don't really get into the political stuff. I haven't really heard that. That's sad if that's the case. As long as it's in the proper places, but yeah. Anyway, I try to stick because I'm not smart enough for all of that. But anyway, so we just going to have a good time tonight. Call in show. Don't forget, tell me where did you get the 100? No, I didn't get the 100 likes. I don't think I even still got the 100 likes as well too. So hopefully tonight, let's try it again. I dream small tonight. Okay, can I just get 50 likes tonight on this video tonight? So hopefully the way that that the guy that's going to do it behind the doors, hopefully more people will come in and start joining from Facebook, and hopefully we can get those 50, possibly 75, maybe 100. But eventually we're going to stay with it. I know it was a very long shot for me to get that, but you guys helped me to dream big, and you guys helped me to keep wanting to push the show higher and higher. So I thought I would ask for 100 likes during the live show. We didn't get it, but that's okay. We'll keep pushing because so we would definitely keep pushing to grow the show and promote it. I got a question for you guys too as well too. I know a lot of you guys live in Kentucky, or a lot of you guys are in that area. I know that the Bengals play at 3:00. I hope that this right here, whenever the Bengals come on, and if you're a Bengals fan, I'm not sure if you're a Titans fan or whatever, but if you're a Bengals fan and you got to go watch the Bengals, please go enjoy your NFL football. I completely understand as well too. We're gonna make some gumbo next week with a dooley sauce. Ooh, that sounds good. Shot glass. Ooh, you guys. Thanks. I got 7 now. So you guys keep me updated. You guys, somebody let me know if I can get to 20, and then we'll go to 30, and then we'll take baby steps. How about that? So we'll do that as well too. But thank you guys. But anyway, I just noticed, man, that we have the 16th best backcourt in the nation, which is in Butler and Krista. I feel a little offended. But on the other hand, I don't. Because you can't take a player like Krista and you can't take a player like Butler and those guys not be offended that they're not that good. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they respond to that. I know we still got a long time to go before we actually tip off. Well, actually, we don't, because August is just about over. So September will be here. Then before you know it, we got October. And guys, we're playing college basketball. I know football is coming next week. But once again, Kentucky basketball is what moves the needle around here. I will be talking about football tonight too as well. But I realize that the disrespect of Kentucky basketball never stops, and I get it. We haven't, we've been knocked out of the tournaments and all of this the last couple of years in the first round. But I just I gotta hold on to this hope that Pope is going to do the right thing for us, and we're gonna be back in the position where Kentucky basketball is no longer getting laughed at. And I think with the disrespect that we're getting with Butler and Chrissa, I mean, people forget about what Chrissa did a couple of years ago at Arizona. Like people forget so fast that these guys can actually truly play basketball, and these guys they have a lot of experience compared to a lot of the younger guys coming into college basketball today. That's probably outranking us. But at the end of the day, I think Arkansas is number 12 or 13 or something like that. So at the end of the day, I really believe in who do you think Kentucky's next recruit, Mullen? Um, could be. Well, that's our next recruit. I hope is Jasper because until we get Jasper, a lot of us is going to be concerned about that and like stuff like that. But I hope our next recruit is don't watch the NFL because of all the trafficking they are involved in. So okay, so that makes sense too. I just was aware that the Bengals was playing tonight, and I know people around the area, they're big Bengals fans, so I understand. You know what I'm saying? This is just a loyal BBS fan. So I get the NFL. That's a mega giant. But yeah. So but I really feel like this year. I feel like the chip that we're going to have on our shoulder, especially with people just completely disrespecting the Wildcats and just saying to themselves, Kentucky's not going to be all that good because they don't have any no-name people. They don't have anybody that people really know. And I think that's going to be different. You can see how poor Coach Pope is with this team and making sure that these guys are all on the same page. And when you get everybody on the team who already knows the assignment and know what they're there for, I just think we're going to catch a lot of teams sleeping. That a lot of people says, "Oh, you guys probably won't beat them," and I think that's the same way with football too as well. I'm putting it out there that I think we go to Ole Miss and we find a way to beat Ole Miss on the road. We had seats behind the bench. Paula said this year's blue and white game is at the new Memorial. I was at the last Midnight Madness at Memorial with Rondo, Bradley, Morris. That was a couple years ago, but I'm pretty sure that was a good time that you'll never forget. That's for sure. We're going to make some burgers and better cheddars for the football. Is that tailgating or just at the house? Hurl. That seems like that's going to be pretty good right there. That seems like that's going to be really, really good. I can't wait to get home and get me some food. Now, don't get me wrong. When I travel different countries and I try different foods, the food is really good. But I don't think it's, I like my food at home or whatever. So I definitely can't wait to get home to get some food. It's been way too long, and I look forward to doing that in a couple of months. That's for sure. What do you think? Let's see what this is. We had some seats behind the bench. Oh, that was good seats too. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anybody coming into the room right now. For real, there's no Facebook people in here right now, so hopefully those guys will start coming in here soon too, as well. But I mean, are you guys really getting excited about college football, or is the allure or the excitement for basketball sort of not allowing you to go full speed with football just because we're so Mullins has been showing a lot of interest. And that's good right there. But I still hope our next recruit is. I hope we get Mullen, but I hope our next recruit is still Jasper. But you got to ask yourself again too as well. It's like how many young guys is Pope trying to get with the how's he going to do the mixture with the transfer portal with a bunch of young guys coming in? How is he going to figure that out? Because as a fan base, as I said Tuesday night, how many is too many 5-star guys on the team? A lot of people were saying maybe 3 at the most. But I mean, if we got Marino, and if we can pull off Jasper, and then if we can pull off Mullins or whatever, does he stop there and says, okay, I don't want any more freshmen. I'm gonna go wait till the transfer portal. It's one of those things where it's like as a fan base, how do you find balance in what it is that you want? I'm all about football. Then I even put one basketball. And Harold, I'm about the same way as you right now. I'm really getting excited about football, really, because I mean it's been such a long dry period. We got dropped from from that tournament, which I don't want to talk about because it still hurts. So it's been so long. It feels like since we had sports in Kentucky. So to be able to get football in one more week, to me, that's really exciting. For that to happen. I just read tonight that Southern Miss has named their quarterback. It's going to be Tate. I think it's Rodemaker. He's a transfer from FSU. He had 500 yards last year with 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. So I mean, you're getting a guy who's coming from Florida State. Just don't bring any quarterbacks in there. So it appears that Southern Miss is not necessarily going to have a proven quarterback, but they're going to have a quarterback who people thought coming out of high school had a lot of potential if he goes to Florida State. So I think a lot of things are in play with Kentucky football. I'm looking forward to it. My question for Kentucky football is this: who do we see coming out the gate? Are we going to have a team that's going to come out and let's just try to figure things out? Or are we going to come out from day one and show that we have a mature group of guys, that we don't necessarily need a game to work out kinks in a way? Now, I get it. Everybody comes out the first game trying to figure out what we're going to do, get our speed down, get our timing down, and all of that. But if you're a team that has a lot of depth and a lot of leadership and a lot of people that has a lot of experience, how long does that take before you come out and realize that we are Kentucky, we are the SEC, we're playing Southern Miss. There's no reason why we should let these guys hang around. We should go in here and take care of business fast and get our guys off the field, just so we don't get injured. Let's see, it's funny you say that because we didn't watch the last 3 years of basketball caused us to lose interest. Pope revived our fandom. And that's it. So I think everyone's really inspired with the Kentucky basketball team. But on the other hand, for me, I think a lot of people are. It's kind of like a few days before kickoff. I think that's when people are really going to start making that shift from basketball to football, because it's like, okay, we still got a week. Let's just see what happens. We'll keep talking basketball, and then when football is getting ready to kick off, then I'll make that transition completely over to football. And then when basketball season comes, we'll get back in the swing with basketball. And I think that's going to be the case too. And I think that's only fair. And I get it. There's a lot of excitement around college basketball for the University of Kentucky. I get all that, but we still got a football team who still on paper has a chance to go out and hopefully be special. I know that they got our quarterback, Brock. I think he's listed at number 14 or something like that. In the SEC, 11 or 12 or something like that. But he's listed towards the bottom of he's listed towards the bottom of the list of quarterbacks. Is that being disrespectful, or is that just them saying they don't know enough about Brock to be able to say he belongs up here higher than what he is? And I think for me, I think that may be a chip on his shoulder too, for him to go out and show that he's better than number 14 as well too. So we definitely have to go out and see how this all goes. But I think our football team, I hope they are playing with a sense of, we got to have this as a very special year because this is it for us. Same way for basketball too as well. But I think football, we're looking for that. We're looking for a season, because the last 2 seasons have been nothing but mediocre. 7-6, go to whatever, 7-6, go to a bowl game, lose. I think we want to have a successful year this year, and we want to get a nice bowl game, and we want to win. And as a UK fan, I don't think that's too much to ask for. I just think our guys got to go out and they got to play and they got to compete at a high level, and we got to see where the chips fall. That's for sure. Is Jerry in the house tonight? Did somebody? Jerry, welcome in, Jerry. I hope you're feeling well tonight. It's good to see you here. It really is. Thank you so much. Sean, welcome into the show. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. I was kind of hoping that we would see our Facebook guys in here a little sooner than later. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. So I may have to, because I was going to do this. I just need to see. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Need to see if I got a update because I didn't. No. Sorry about this, guys. Yeah. Trying to get that done, trying to get these guys in here or whatever. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna have call in tonight. I mean, are you guys super excited about football? I am. I'm ready to get out there on the gridiron. I'm ready to get out there and see what our guys are made of. I'm ready to go out there and see if the hype is real. I'm ready to go out there and see if Dane and Brown has made an improvement from the sophomore years of dropping so many balls. It's just so many kind of unanswered questions right now that we want to see different from last year. And I hope that this year, as the guys have gotten older, I hope that these guys understand how important it is for these guys to have growth in year three. I saw somebody. I saw someone post because they listed everyone who was going, who got invited to the Senior Bowl or whatever, and I know that Dion got an invite. We actually got a few guys, and I know Brown got a invite. Someone says, "Why come Dane Key is not on the invite?" I commented and I said, "Well, this is only for seniors because I didn't realize Brown was actually on there." So hopefully, it's as a player, you always kind of look for that people are sleeping on me. People don't believe in me. People, people say that I'm going to have another sophomore / junior slump year. Like sophomore Richards, in junior he came on. He played really good basketball, but Dane Key was left off that list, and nobody's really talking about Dane. So Dane can look at this. Okay, cool. No one's talking about me. I can just fly under the radar, and I can come out in the year, and I can just play basketball as play football at a very high level this year and just prove people wrong. And I think that's what we're looking at with Dane. I think Brown is going to continue to improve. These guys, they just got to catch the ball and go, man. Oh, catch football. We got a coach that can actually teach these kids, and Pope has heart that done the same thing Cal has done. How to improve. So so as everyone's really excited about Kentucky sports right now, and people are just ready for the season to start. I mean, I can't even leave out the women's team with Coach Brooks. Like, they're gearing up for a special year. Yeah, they lost like 2 players to injuries, but I feel like overall the athletic department, when it comes to the basketball, the football, and the basketball, both of them, I think everyone's going to be really good this year, and I look forward to seeing these guys play for sure. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button if you're here. I'm trying to get 50 likes on the video. Actually, was it 20? I'm trying to get 20, 50, and then we go from there or whatever. But one day I'd like to get 100 likes while I'm live. 100 likes tells YouTube that people like it, and they start sharing it out to a lot more people as well too. So the likes and everything. And if you never subscribed before, please go do so as well. The phone line is open. If anyone really wants to call, okay. If anyone wants to call, you can talk about football, you can talk about basketball, whatever you want to talk about, you can call in and we will have a conversation. 270-220-0994. Probably do about 2-minute phone call, whatever, per caller. But please call in. I want to hear you guys' thoughts as well too. You got like 20 likes. Okay, so I'm up to 20. So that's good, guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for sharing. I'm up to 20, so can we get to 30? Football and basketball teams going to shock a lot of people. I think they are too, shot class. I think these programs. I think people have just kind of looking at what they did last year. They wasn't really, it's okay. Basketball was, at one point we thought basketball was just going to fall off the sky. Then they kind of made a run. Then they fell back off, and then they ended the season on the way they did. So I think a lot of people, especially people outside of Kentucky, and maybe a lot of Kentucky fans too, are looking at that and saying, show me something. You know what I'm saying? Just give you – thanks, Ronald. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It just takes a second, man. If you can just hit that like button, it would mean a lot to me as well. So I'm trying to look at something too, so I apologize for that. Let me see right here because you guys can still trying to see what can I do here because something gotta make sure this right here is not working. Where's this at? I just gotta do this right fast. Let me see. How's this thing see looking? Nope, I gotta hit the Western. But anyway, man, I'm glad. I hope you guys call in tonight. The phone line is open. Once again, I don't have. I'm not in the United States, so I don't have the setup so I can take professional phone calls. But we can get phone calls, and I can hold the phone up, and we can definitely. I don't know enough about college football to say if we are underrated, but I love them. Absolutely, I think so too. I mean, this is for Zab. Thanks for that comment. I appreciate going right away and go right away and get AJ. Somebody said I seen where he might actually end up at BYU, which he might have connections to that coach out there as well too. But but as far as the Cats being underrated, I mean they got to do something. They can't. They got to. I mean they got to go on the road and they got to get a win. They just can't just be. They just can't be a team where they're just like, well, we're just going on the road and we're playing a good team on the road. So we shouldn't expect to win the ball game. It's okay if we lose. We're just Kentucky. No, Kentucky football need to get that off their back. They need to get that out of their head, and they need to go on the road and they need to get a road win. And if you really, really, really want to pull the fan base in for the rest of the year, you go on the road and you can beat a team like Ole Miss, who people are very, very high on this year as being a team that could overtake Georgia, could make it to the SEC championship, and also could make it to the playoffs this year. So if you can start the year off early, which is game 4, I think, game 4, game 5, it's the first road game. If you can go on the road and get that game, that's a game changer. To win that game at Ole Miss, that's a game changer. That's a morale. That can boost people's mindset. Is that what we can actually really really do this year. But we got to go out. We got to play ball, and we got to stop. We got to stop letting this thing that we're just Kentucky and this is this team and they're at home and we're not supposed to win, so it's no big thing. We got to start caring about winning some of these ball games. We can't just keep going the road and just keep getting beat down every single week. We got to find a way to win some of these ball games. It starts with Coach Stoops, the coaching staff. Coach Stoops, let these guys coach the game, man. Let them call the plays. Let them throw out everything, and let's just do what we got to do. Dave, Kentucky is offense a lot better this year. I think our biggest thing with the offense is our running backs. Losing Chip for at least 1 to 3 games at least. I think that's hurting us a little bit. But I mean, we still got a good offensive line. We got the transfer from Tennessee, so I hope our receivers are going to catch the ball this year as well too. So I think it's kind of up in the air as far as how is our offense better this year. It's just a matter of can we go out and can we execute and can we put plays together and we look on first down. You can't come out and just get 1 yard on first down. You just can't. You can't continuously get behind the chains and get 2nd and 9. Now it's 3rd and 7. You're hurting your own self. We got to move the ball down the field, and we got to put ourselves in a position that we can put points on the board. And also another thing is, as an offense, you got to help your defense stay off the field so they can get some rest. You can't just go in 5 or 6, 7 consecutive series with just getting 3rd down and out. Our guys are going on the sideline, sitting down and getting right back up, going on the field. Now we putting too much stress on our defense and asking our defense to do too much. I know our defense is supposed to be good this year, but still, we get wore down way too fast. It's a long season. And if our offense can't stay on the field and can't generate some longer offensive drives, that's going to be a very big injustice to our defense, and that we're not giving them a chance to rest like they should be. Absolutely. I'm going fishing tomorrow. Fishing will be good tomorrow. It's too hot here. It's almost probably about 100% humidity here. So I'm not going out. I wish I would, but I got to go to the base tomorrow. I got to go get some bacon tomorrow. You guys know what I mean. I got to go re-up on some of that. I got to go mail out a shirt tomorrow as well too. But I just think our football. I think we do have something to prove, And I think starting Saturday, we need to be able to say, for the last couple of years, we come out and having to go the whole ball game and wonder if we're going to just pull away and win. This year, we got to start off in a positive manner, and we got to knock Southern Miss off, and we got to knock them off fast. So at least the fan base can say, you know what, it looks different. This view of the team looks different than what it's looked in the past years, and we're taking care of business from the very first snap. I mean, we almost lost to EKU. Come on, man, we got to do better than this as a football team. I mean, at this particular point, you want to do as good as you can in football. Otherwise, a lot of the fan base is already truly excited about Kentucky basketball. If you come out flat and you come out and you're not winning football games, fans are going to check out and they're going to get right back on the train with basketball again. So if football has any hope with keeping the interest, the excitement of the fan base, these guys are going to have to come out and they're going to have to play some football. Otherwise, everyone's going to start already, well, you know what? Football season's pretty much in the dirt. When's basketball season starting? And then once you lose people, you've lost them, and it's really, really hard to actually get them back. That is certainly for sure. I knew that was going to happen. So I need to go do this right here. Let me see. So, okay. I guess it's who is this right here? I'm trying to see if that works or whatever. I don't think that's working. Just trying to see how this actually all works out, but I don't think it's really working out the way I thought it was on Facebook. So I probably won't never do that again. My wife and I was talking about DePaul, and I say Stoops' seat goes from warm to hot if he does less than 8 wins. Now, Hurl, are you talking about 8 wins in a regular season or 8 wins with a bowl win? Because saying for us to go 8-4. I guess it's okay. We're going to the bowl game. I guess we'll be decent. But the way we go to 9 wins is we got to go on the road and we got to get a tough win. And not just at Florida, and not to disrespect Florida, because anything can happen. Those guys can come out clicking on all cylinders when we go to Florida and when we play them. So I'm not talking about the Florida game. Hopefully we can still beat them because I think we're a better team than Florida. But I'm talking about going on the road and beating Ole Miss. Or can you go on the road and beat Tennessee with a young quarterback? Or can you go on the road and find a way to upset Texas? We got to win one of those games. And I think if we can finish the year at 9-3, I think that's a very good result for a football team. That'll get us a good, solid bowl game. And I think Mark Stoops, his seat won't be so hot. There's still a lot of people in the fan base who are still not happy with him for what happened last year and how he left and his comments. So I think right now the best thing that probably Mark Stoops can do is just find a way to get this football team into at least 9 football games this year, at least 9 wins. And like I said, going on the road, getting a win is what's going to be so vital and so important to actually making this happen. So that's what I'm looking forward to as well too. I didn't really want to do this, but I can do this. Sorry about this, guys. I'm dealing with something over here on my end, and I just wanted to try to fix it because I wanted to try to see if I can make this better. So let me see. Sorry about this, guys. Would it let me do it right now? Where's that at? Facebook. Yeah, right here. See if I can do that. I just turn it on right here. So let's see if this right here works as well. Okay, so I see if that works because I'm missing my Facebook people because those guys they really participate a lot. I wish for one game, the Arkansas game tickets won't be sold online. They would be the first come, first serve at the door, and if you're wearing a red KSR bar, and if you're wearing red, KSR bar is down the road. I like that. Yes, sir. Less than 8 wins. Less than 8 wins. Hurl said that. Let me see if I can go back and get that for a second. Hurl said that. Let me see. Less than 8 wins. Going live in 30 minutes. I'm seeing something about Jasper last minute flip. They going live in 30 minutes. Ooh, okay. Is he gonna? But he's not. But Jeff. Hey, Shot Glass. I see that. I see that he's not. He's not announcing the day though, is it? Or they just gonna go live just to just to talk about the flip, Jasper last minute flip. They're going live in 30 minutes. So yeah, that would be about an hour here for us too as well, right about when they get ready to go. So thanks for that information, Shot Glass. And you can keep me if you need to hire your assistant and pay them in you in UK gear. I think. Well, what I was trying to do because I go through a streaming service to be able to do this. So whenever I set it up, I can set for for wherever destination I want it to go at. So usually I set it up for Facebook. I usually set it up for Facebook and Twitter and all that. But we're actually trying to see if we just go live on YouTube and then share the link out, and will that help grow the channel? Because right now, everything we do right now on the live, besides the likes or the new subscribes, it does not count towards the video. Everything counts once the video is over. That's when the views and that's when the comments and all that stuff counts. That's why I was asking people to go back and watch and replay and comments, because that's when it matters the most at the end as far as YouTube goes. But we was trying to see if we just share once we go live, then just share the YouTube link on Facebook and have people come in and join. But it looks like it's not working in the way that we wanted it to work. So that's why I was kind of like, okay, I need to change this. But I actually shared it to the Facebook through here, and we'll see what happens. Because a lot of people was actually asking me, SDB. So a lot of people was actually asking me how do they watch the show. So I told them that they can either watch on Facebook or YouTube. So that's why. But a lot of people was asking, but I haven't seen anybody from Facebook come in here. So I figured it was a problem with it. But yeah, you guys call in, man. I want to hear what you guys' thoughts are. I know we're at the end of the summer of no sports, and we're just ready to just get on the field. I don't think just learning cats. I'm hoping. I don't think just needing cats. Okay. Well, please let me know, Shot Glass, on what's going on with that as well too. We got a great graduate assistant in Austin Pope. He seems to be a pretty good guy too. I was trying to read a little bit on him too. I saw it, but I was like, first when I first saw it, I was like, well, did Coach Pope hire his son? But I was like, no, I don't think that's his son. I think they look a little bit different. So I don't think he's Pope's son. That's for sure. Let's see, when Mark Pope had his introduction and he sold out Rupp, it was electric, so loud. Calvin, our former players need to hear what the real Blue Nation side sounds like at Rupp on ESPN. I think our games are going to get a lot of attention this year. I really do think that it's going to get a lot of attention this year. Media wise, now, like I said, they're disrespecting us, but everybody wants to see what Coach Pope is going to do in year one. They want to see if the hype is real. The recruits are going to be watching, the families are going to be watching, and everybody wants to see who is Coach Mark Pope. We seen him at BYU, but we all know that BYU is not Kentucky. So what can Coach Pope do when he's on a stage like Kentucky, the biggest stage in college basketball, and what can he do at such his young coaching career? Can he go to a school like that, and can he make a difference? And so I think everybody's really going to be watching. The games are going to be televised, and people want to see what is Kentucky doing, and is Kentucky back to being Kentucky like they're supposed to be. So we're definitely looking forward to that as well too. I don't think just learning. We got a great. Yep, Brendan putting it to miss me out. I see you, Larry. Thanks for joining in. Absolutely. STB Technology, I see you. So STB is not working for Facebook to be able to be here. So we definitely got to change our way of doing it. But yes, the Piggy game will be the game of the year. Game Day will be here. Oh, Game Day will be here. And you know what? If Game Day comes here, and at that'll probably be Jay Billis is probably going to call that game. And if he does the 94 feet or whatever, and if he does the 94 feet with somebody other than a Kentucky player, I would never watch him again. Go ahead. Pope already had made. He better do the 94 with somebody from Kentucky. A matter of fact, if you guys was Jay, which one of our players would you do the 94 feet with? I probably would do it with. I probably would do it with Krista. I think that's who I would probably pick to go walk the floor with right there. Um, Tracy, welcome, Tracy. Absolutely, thank you so much. I didn't. Let me see. Uh, True to Kentucky. Thank you for joining. Absolutely, thank you. Tracy, just learned about your show and subscribe. We're in Evansville, and a huge. Hey, Tracy, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank Shot Glass for seeing that. I didn't see it over at the side at first, but Tracy, it means a lot to me that you take time out. We're all big Cat fans here. We're one big family, and we meet Tuesdays and Thursdays here to enjoy just some. We call it the family reunion, some family time, and that's what we're doing. Once again, since I got people here as well, remember next Thursday night I will be in a different country, so I will not be doing a Thursday night show next week. The Tuesday night show is still a go, and I will be back on for the post game show against Southern Miss. Okay, so please keep that in mind that I will be traveling. I would do Krista too. Absolutely, I think I would do Krista for the 94. But the 509 is in the house, and the 509 is being represented for sure. So thank you once again for joining in. I really, really, really appreciate it. And don't forget to hit that like button. And someone tell me how many likes we got so far. Are we at 25 yet? This wouldn't be Kentucky anymore. He wants to be pushed to greatness. I agree, absolutely. And Spicer, I agree with you. Kentucky basketball has got to get back to greatness. Like not being great at Kentucky and not being a great program like Kentucky, that is just, to me, that is just unacceptable. Like I don't care who you ask, and we definitely got to Kentucky basketball has got to get back to greatness for sure. Somebody's going to leave us hanging next Thursday. Still, I'm so sorry. I just 24 likes. Thank you so much. I just need to get away for the weekend, but I'm going to be here for the post game show. I'm so sorry. You never know. I guess I'll have to see this because of the time difference. They're actually yeah. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. But Earl, I definitely don't do it on purpose. Please forgive me. I will. Please don't. I'm sorry. I really am. And I will actually be in Dubai. I'll be doing my show Thursday and Saturday because I'll be there on the Thursday. But I actually will be in Dubai for the Georgia game. But don't worry, I'll still be live and I still take my time out to do what I need to do. Okay. So we must protect Rump. It's sad that we allow people to come into Rupp Arena. It's sad that we allow teams to come into Rupp Arena and beat us the way that they have over the last couple of years. And it's just, you want to use the word, it's just becoming normal. Like, oh, well, we just lost our home again. Oh, it's no big thing. Oh, it's always a big thing when we lose at Rupp Arena. And then when a team like Tennessee comes in, okay, maybe Tennessee comes in and gets us. That's always a major dogfight, whether we go there or whether we stay at home. But just to be losing at home to teams that we are superior to, I just don't get that. Not at all. I don't get that concept. And I think Coach Pope is going to teach that it's not okay to lose at home at all. It's never okay to lose at home. And so we got to fight, go on the road in a hostile road environment and lose. Okay, that's one thing. But that team they're taking care of their home court too. But to let teams just come to Rupp Arena and just win, can't do that, man. That's just disrespectful. Kentucky's great, but the last 5 years that's really hurt and lowered our fans' expectations. It's sad. We talk like Duke, Alabama. Don't know if we can beat them. And that 26. Thanks, Brian Thacker. Thank you so much for joining. Absolutely. I think this right here is a very key point right here. Is when Kentucky basketball is going up against a team. Now, it's a difference. It's a difference between respecting your opponent and then just feeling like, I'm not really sure if we can win that ball game or not. And that's where Kentucky basketball has gone over the past couple of years. Is when we look on the schedules. It used to be a point when we look on the schedule and we could be like, we're winning these games, point blank. Next topic. Don't even need to talk about it. Kentucky basketball has gotten to the point where we're looking on the schedule and people are saying, I don't know if we're gonna win this ball game or not. I don't know if we're gonna win this ball game. When we come out in the year before we even start the first games, and people's already saying, yeah, we might take like about 8 losses this year. I mean, it just doesn't feel like the Kentucky that I used to know. It doesn't feel it just doesn't feel like the Kentucky that is supposed to be on top and supposed to be on top of the world. It just doesn't feel like that. And my hope is that Coach Pope can start getting us back to the point where, as a fan base, we can look at a schedule and be like, what's next? Because we win in all these games. And it's a difference between just being a fan and knowing that your basketball team is that solid and that good, is that you can look at these games and say, yeah, we winning this ball game. Without a doubt, we're winning. We at the point where we don't know yet. Like, we got to play Duke, and we're like, well, I don't know. We hope we beat Duke, but I don't know. We got to go to, we got to play Ohio State in Madison Square Garden, but I don't know. So it's just kind of like, where's the Kentucky team at of the past that we can get back to? And people want to say, well, Kentucky basketball ain't going to be no good for probably the next 5, 6, 7 years. Man, don't talk to me about that, because I get emotional, and I'm an emotional guy. So don't get my emotions all rattled up when you tell me something crazy like that, because Kentucky basketball is back to where Kentucky basketball is supposed to be at. And that's how we play basketball. It is. I love the Tutu Kentucky says, I love the fact that he recruits inside a Rupp Arena talking national championships and set him in the middle of the floor. I'll take him to the Raptors. He understands the history of what's going on inside that arena. He understands the guys who have played there and who have built the legacy. He understands all of that. And that's why it's so important for him to take it all back. Just him and just him and the recruit. And let's talk man to man. And let's just be real. And that's why Coach Pope is going to continue to recruit at a high level. Now, I was talking to someone today through text, and him and we was just talking about year one up under Coach Pope and the major implications of just what it means for Kentucky. And it's so much on the line, and we've addressed this too as well too. It's so much on the line for Kentucky basketball in year one. It's more than just, can we win a ball game tonight? Can we dominate a team tonight? We're playing for the next era of Kentucky basketball. And this year up under Coach Pope can set a lot of things. Recruits, I like Coach Pope. I want to go play for him. We can get back to being the team on top that we're supposed to be going. NIL money can just start pouring in a lot more than what it is. By the way, I think the Crafts, they just bid on I think it was a turkey or a ham. I can't remember which one it was. You guys probably seen it too as well. But they just bid, I think it was a turkey. Or maybe it was a ham. But anyway, I think they just bid on $10.5 million turkey. That's expensive. But I guess they got money like that for sure. But I think this is definitely something that can really, really help the Kentucky basketball team. And I like what William said. Big sports media hates Kentucky, but let them hate. I feel like Pope is going to do something very special here at Kentucky. Thanks so much, William. I agree with you absolutely. I just, the media hates Kentucky. And the best way that we can fix that is that we go out and that we play ball. That's the best way that we can possibly fix that problem, is that we go out and we win basketball games. For a ham, I couldn't remember if it was a ham or a turkey, but that's pretty expensive. You can drop some of that NIL money over there for sure, but I guess it's just for a good donation or whatever. So those guys, they actually do. Man, you got stupid money if you can just do that. But there's people out there who make that kind of money, who can do that. What people don't understand, the guys he got this year wasn't mid-major teams. These guys were the superstars on their ACC teams, the Big 12 teams. He got players he played against last year. So, I mean, and Paul, that is exactly right. And people just want to sleep on these teams. They want to sleep on our players and just say that our players are just no good. That, like, I would always believe it doesn't matter what conference you're in. if you are a good player, you can take your talents, and even if you're moving up to a team like Kentucky from a team like BYU or a team like even Oklahoma or something like that. I mean, some of these guys played in the Big 12. The Big 12 was the hardest conference was probably the best conference last year. Come on, man. Like the Big 12 is no pushover of a conference, and these guys, they was out there playing in it. So I don't know why so many people want to feel like we don't have anybody that can play basketball. I don't get it. And I'm looking forward to proving a lot of these people wrong. That is for sure. So I agree with you on that. Patino talks about pressure being good. That's how Pope sees it too. Hey, son of a gun, thanks so much for joining. I see you. Absolutely. I mean, it's that pressure. And I asked a question a couple of weeks ago. I think it was, is it too much pressure on Pope this year as the first year of a head? Actually, I asked, was it too much pressure on Pope or too much pressure on Stoops? But a lot of people said it's a lot of pressure on Stoops, of course, because he's been here for a while and everything that went on in the offseason. But I really think that Pope feels pressure, but I think he's going to excel and he's going to use that to his advantage to keep motivating to continue to build the Wildcats back into a dominant program in college basketball. And when you get that, what else can you ask for? I hope we get Jasper with him and Marino. Both Pope is cooking. We might end up getting him. I think it's going to be one of those decisions that's going to come down. 32 likes. Thank you so much. Any news on Jasper? Not yet, but I think it was Shot Glass who actually. Let me throw this up because I know a lot of people in here watch KSR. So I throw this up right here. I'm good. KSR will be coming on probably in about another 25 minutes or so. To I guess there's been a flip in the change of what. A little bit more. And I throw this up right here for you guys so you guys can see it. I know not everybody watches KSR, but I know a lot of people do. So I want to just throw this up right here. KSR is saying something about Jasper's last-minute flip. They going live in 30 minutes as well, too. This is a big show. I'm not intimidated by KSR because these guys are bigger than most. They're bigger than most sports, whatever, in the nation. So I can definitely throw that up for people who are really watching KSR. Keep it up. I'm surprised I thought Mike wasn't on tonight. Yeah, I'm on tonight. I'm not on next Thursday night because I'll be traveling. So my fault for that, Kent Wildcats. But I'm here and I'm good to see you. Absolutely. Thanks for joining in. That's something like here. Sorry, cat. Jasper will be a cat. He will be a cat scared. So Jasper will be a cat. Yeah, he will definitely be a cat. We're looking forward to that as well, too. So definitely looking forward to seeing what the news is on Jasper and see if Kentucky, if he's leaning Kentucky or not. More so these days than not. Sorry, cat. See if he's leaning towards Kentucky for sure. But I think Pope already has Jasper in the bag. They are just keeping it quiet. All we are waiting for now is the boom. But he's not, I mean, Jasper wasn't going to commit today anyway, was he? I thought he was going to commit next week, wasn't it? I thought that was the plan. But once again, I mean, until these kids actually decide that, hey, we're committing, we're going to get this over with so we can move on, so we can just chill, work on our senior year, get stronger, have a great senior year, then I think that's pretty much what we need to wait and see to see what's really going to happen. So I think Pope already okay. Let's get Jasper and let's keep it moving. He knows what home is at. It feels good to be at home. You got your family that's going to be there to watch every ball game, and you can go home. You can go over to the house on the weekend and get you some good food, some good cooking from the house, and go right back to campus. So that's this next week. I thought it was next week. I didn't think it was today. So I definitely didn't think that he was announcing today. I really think all the 5-star groups used to get there. You go. Now because of the getting NIL or having the NIL and so much money involved, I think it's almost becoming an even playing field now. And I say that because now, if you offer if kids are only going to schools because of the money, then if I offer you a 1.5 million and he comes along and offer you 1.7, he's probably going to take the 1.7. You know, maybe that extra point two really won't make a huge difference. It would for me probably. I'm not even gonna lie. That's some good money right there. Um, but yeah, I mean, kids are playing for money now, and at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a situation where it will be who's the highest bidder, and I think we're seeing that now. We're still seeing flashes and signs of that now. Is who's my highest bidder, and that's why I'm going to go as well. Sonny Seal says we are being disrespected because they are afraid of Kentucky. Um, Absolutely. And Kentucky's got something to prove this year. Hopefully, football and basketball and women's basketball feel they have something to prove. That's for sure. Hey, Moose, I see you in the room. Thanks so much for joining. Go Cats as well. Thank you so much. Remember, if it's your first time watching, please let me know and let me know where you're watching from so I can give you a shout out. I don't want you to come in here for the first time and you not get recognized because that's what we do here as family. When new members come in, when new family members, we definitely like to call you out and give you a shout out and say thank you for joining. These agents try to push for the most of the money and try to push kids away from their dream school. It's all about the dollar now. It's all about the agents trying to get paid too. And sadly, that's the case. Good thing Kentucky's not the only school in the country that has to deal with it. It's nationwide, and we just have to just continue to see how that goes and see and just see if because Kentucky has the fifth largest NIL out there, but is that really going to pay off for us? Can the name of Kentucky, plus being a school that has money, can we bring that together and can we get and keep some really top talent here at Kentucky instead of them going other places? But can we do that? And before NIL became really big, while they were just kind of giving stuff under the table, but we're not going to talk about that. You have to, we always said to ourselves, if NIL or they can pay players, legally, then you got to ask yourself, will UK be such a school that the money bag is so big that we'll get all the players? It's not being the case so far, but hopefully that can definitely in year one. Bellevue, Kentucky, thank you. Shout out to Bellevue with Moose. Thank you so much for joining. It means a lot to me for being here and giving me a couple of minutes of your time. Thank you so much for joining. Moose from Bellevue, thank you so much. It's amazing. I haven't been to so many places in Kentucky. It feels sad. Like I hear Bellevue, I'm like, okay, I would even know what direction to even go at, to be honest. So that's something that my wife and I, we definitely are planning on doing when I get home over the next couple of months, is just start touring Kentucky and just start seeing different places, because I've been around the world, feel like, but I haven't been in my backyard very often. But yeah, I agree with True. Where's everyone tuning in from? I think Pope had Jasper for a very long time. I hope so. And some people want to say that Pope has had Jasper for a long time. I think it's just been I think maybe his family or him. I don't really want to put that out there because I don't like putting out bad information like that, because that's disrespectful. But maybe they was using Alabama to maybe get more money from Kentucky. I don't know if that's the case. I'm definitely not saying that it was the case. I kind of heard that floating around a little bit. But at the end of the day, people want to get paid. So, agents, they do what they got to do to be able to get more money from themselves and to be able to get their players more money. So that definitely makes a difference too. All I can say is NASCAR, Gas-a-rah, be like Jerry Maguire, show me the money. And a lot of people are doing that. And that's just something that as a fan base, as fans, not just at Kentucky, but fans, that's just something that we just got to get used to, and we got to do that. So Sean said he's a silky smooth shooter. Come on to Kentucky and let's hone those skills, and let's win a championship. I thought it was funny people saying that we was out, he was only done 8 or more unofficial visits in the last few months. So he tends to keep coming back on campus, huh? Yeah, I think he's probably coming on campus for these unofficial visits so he can make sure that when he announces all his clothing and all the stuff that he wants is already worked out. They've already worked out the designs. And as soon as he signs, everything can just go into motion because everything's already been done too. So Tony Strinko. I'm not sure if I saw you before. If you've been here before and I haven't called you out for a first time, let me call you out now. Congratulations. Thank you so much for joining in from Bellevue as well. Is in Northern Kentucky, Campbell County. So don't know where that's at neither. I'm so sorry, but I know, and I wish being from Kentucky, I wish I knew more of these smaller counties and like stuff like that. So Gravel Switch, Kentucky. Never heard of that before. Not at all. I never heard of. Has anyone ever heard of this before? Where's it at? Bellevue, Northern Kentucky, next to Newport and Fort Thomas. Has anyone ever heard of this place before? Son of Seal said Gravel Switch, Kentucky. Never heard of that place. Is that a real place or is that just a nickname? Because I never heard of it before. All these names, man, just makes me feel like you need to go visit some places. You just do. So hoping that when I get home, all the traveling of international is kind of out of my veins for a little bit, and I just kind of getting back to this. All I can say is NASCAR. You can't get enough. Lexington's in the house for real. You can't get enough. Okay, so Hurl is from Lexington. Sean's in Lexington. Yeah, okay. I just caught on to what you were saying, Sean. At first I had a little slow moment, but I know exactly what you're talking about now, for real. Put this right here on the screen as well. Man, you guys got the comments coming tonight. I will do that, Moose. Thank you so much. Paul said NIL with all the local businesses will be unheard of for Jasper and Reno, Travis and Trent. They only get a free truck. They only get a free truck from Paul Ford Miller. Woo-hoo-hoo. Man, these guys are going to break. They're going to make some money, and they're going to get some endorsements and give me a free truck because I take it all day and every day of the week. For sure, Middleburg, southeast on the border of Tennessee and Virginia. Ooh, wow, I'm trying to picture that on the map. I got to go back and look at Middlesbrough. I got to go back and look at that because I grew up in Simpson County. I graduated from Franklin Simpson, home of the Wildcats. Go Cats, baby! I actually went to school at Bowling Green for 1 year, the Purples. So I know that area a little bit. They're down on the Tennessee line. They're close to the Tennessee line, especially Simpson County. But I'm trying to see how that Tennessee and Virginia touches each other. That's interesting. I'm definitely got to go back and look at a map and see how that Middlesbrough. Okay, definitely want to see how that looks on the map for sure. But I'm just looking forward to like the basketball season. Looking forward to the football season. Football is only the next. Well, we'll meet Tuesday night, and but I'm looking for Matt Jones is from Matt Burrs is, but I don't know where that's at though. Yeah, you're right. He is Devontae. Welcome to the show. Matt Jones is from Middleburg. I just don't know where it's at. I've never been there before. Is that in go to Pinesville to get to Middlesbrough? Is that I'm trying to think, man? I listen to the show so much. That's not east. That's not Eastern Kentucky? That is not Western. Is that Eastern Kentucky? Middlesbrough? Someone let me know that because I'm right now. I'm not sure. This south of Harlan County. Pope going to turn into Cal. I hope he doesn't. Bell County. Bell County is Middleburg. Is that Middlesbrough? Yeah, Bell County is Middleburg. So, man, I just got to get out and learn these places. I think I'm gonna get me a map of Kentucky, put it on the wall, and just look at it every day, just so I can start familiarizing myself with the state of Kentucky more. And Bell County, okay. Well, there's a lot of people in here watching from Bell County. We got people from Middleburg and from Bellevue. People are here in Southeast Kentucky. Okay, so that's Southeast Kentucky. Thanks, Earl. I appreciate that. I'm in Pineville. I'm a Pineville kid. Don't know where that's at neither. I'm sorry. I definitely got to learn where this is at. But With football on the brink, guys, will Kentucky football win 9 games this year? I don't know. Go through the tunnels to get to Harrogate, Tennessee, and then come back over to Kentucky. Um, I definitely got to get out and see the state. I really do, and I feel ashamed that I haven't. If it's your first time watching, I'm actually not in the U.S. I'm actually in Kuwait. It's after 3 o'clock in the morning here, and I just want to go see Kentucky, play some football, and then visit the state and get some good food as well too. I will, Moose. Thank you so much. I saw that. Thank you. Um, Pine View, not Ville, Pine View, Pineville. Somebody actually. I guess I make maps in Kentucky, been a cartographer for 30 years. Son of Seal, okay, I see you. I make maps in Kentucky. Not Val, not Ville. So Pineville. Did I say that right? Pineville. There you go. I'm sorry, not Ville. Pineville. See, that just means I gotta go. That means I gotta go visit the state of Kentucky more. Pineville. There you go. I got it. Thank you so much for correcting me. True to Kentucky. He said put some respect on the name. Say it right. This is not Louisville. This is Pineville. Thank you. Don't feel bad, Mike. I've never been to Western Kentucky. Yeah, so I'm actually from Western Kentucky, which is Bowling Green area. Um, the Glasgow, the Allen County, Simpson County. That's my area. So when I left high school, I came. I went straight to the Navy and straight to Italy, and I've been gone since then. So as far as spending a lot of time overseas and traveling, so I haven't really had a chance to see a lot of Kentucky. So definitely need to get out and really see it. I think this is Pope's genius plan to line our recruits to commit. May be wrong, but it has to be precise and strategic. Could be. I mean, it's we have so many theories on what's going on behind the scenes, and I think that's the fun of it. Is just trying to figure out it's like a chess game and try to figure out what's next and what Coach Pope is doing in order to keep the excitement going for college basketball. And if that's the case, um, Pineville. There you go. See, I got it. I appreciate it now. And if I say it again, and if I get it wrong, it's okay to correct me because I probably will get it wrong again. But it's okay to correct me. I think so too. I think this is Pope's genius plan to line our recruits to commit. Um, may be wrong, but it has to be precise. Well, I mean, Coach Pope is pretty smart, so I wanna say that I hope that he has this all figured out for sure as well. Um, yeah, gotta get these recruits, man. But I'm still wondering how many five or high five or 4-star guys do you get? Because that the more you get, then the less transfer guys you can get. And I think we need older guys on the team as a mixture to be able to gel with the team and be able to be leaders of the younger guys and teach guys how to win basketball games, even when it looks like we're probably gonna lose this ball game. So I'm definitely looking forward to that as well too. Marcus Salva, thank you so much for joining in. I see you, southeastern Kentucky. Yep. Um, Bowling Green, I think Bowling Green is like South Central area. I think that's what they actually call that because we're pretty close to Tennessee as well. This is let's see, thank you. Uh, Only in Kentucky, the land of the Vules, uh, Pine Vules. There you go. I had to make sure I slow down when I said that, Earl. Absolutely. Uh, but Kentucky football, man, let's get some wins, man. Let's make this a year to remember. Let's we just got the 2021 games taken away from us. Mark Stoops is no longer the winner. I think if I'm correct, and I know you guys, Harold, you can correct me, and anybody else out there who watches football, I think that kind of messed up Coach Stoops' all-time winningest record because of that. As a result of that, so I think it's a lot of things on the line this year. Especially with Coach Stoops making his comments that he made. Can you go out? Can you get some? I think the pressure's on him. Can you go out and can you get some wins? Can you lead your team, to some victories on the road? And can you get to a bowl game and can you win it? So there's a lot of pressure on Stoops right now to go out and have a very successful year. And I think the fan base is hungry and they're ready to see Kentucky football go out and be great. And that is, I'm gonna stick to that forever. Three to 4 5 stars I've had of Bird Bryant. 3 or 4 stars would be good. Okay, I was reading that again. He's still barely ahead of Bird Bryant. Okay, so he's still the winningest coach at Kentucky. But of course, it's no secret that hurt his wins columns by having those games taken away. But possibly we could have another year like that with a chip on our shoulder and go out and win some football games. We just got to want to do it, and we cannot be intimidated by what's on the other side of the field and the hype that the media is giving these other teams. We just got to know that we're Kentucky, and we're going to come out, and we're going to smash you in the mouth, and we're going to play some football, and we're going to see what happens. My thing is, if you don't win, don't get blown out by 35 points. At least make it a ball game. At least make it where it can come down to 1 or 2 plays here and there, and we could have won the ball game. But just going out and just flat out getting blown out and getting beat, come on, man, don't do that. I mean, you're still looking for. I mean, you're still trying to recruit, and you still want guys. You still want recruits to come. How are you going to sell a program if you go out and you're losing all your games on the road by 35, 40 points? That is definitely not what we're looking for. So definitely we can have a football season that we all can be proud of, and we're looking forward to that too as well. We should have a better football season this year. I hope we do. I'm really looking forward to a very, very successful year, and just having a better than 7-5 or whatever it is record than we had last year and the year before, and definitely go out and get a bowl win because that's exactly what we need as well too. So we definitely got to go out and have a better year. Also, definitely got to get that done. So. How many likes am I at right now? One day I'm going to call out a number, and we're going to reach that number. But until then, we're going to just keep meeting. We're going to keep hanging out. We're going to keep talking sports. Hopefully, in the first post game show, I'll be able to get 150 likes. Let's see. It's going to be right after the game. Don't forget, right after the football game next week will be a post game show. 10-2 season. Ooh, that would be good. So what is that? Losses against what? Georgia and Texas. That means we got to go beat Ole Miss and we got to beat Tennessee. Yeah. And then we go win a bowl game. That 10-2 puts us probably in the SEC championship game and possibly putting us in the playoffs. So let's go win them all, football and basketball. Absolutely. Let's just go win them all. That would be crazy. If football went 12-0 this year, that would be. I don't think I have a problem with getting 32 likes then. So, but we definitely I definitely hope we get a very, very good, solid bowl game this year. But let's take care of one game at a time. I think it all starts with Southern Miss. Come out and blow those guys out. Have a very good game. Hopefully, get some guys at the end of the game, some reserves in to see what they about too as well. And UGA and Tennessee. So we're gonna go on the road to Ole Miss and Texas and win. You talking about believing big. True, you are right. You may have to share some of that positivity over here with the rest of us, because it's possible, Mike. We got to go out and just play football and just see what we do. It's just Texas's first year in the SEC. It's going to be a long year for them. They don't have their star running back as well too. We never know, man. We're just going. That's such a big stadium. It's going to be a lot. Remember me, Mike. Absolutely, I will. Oh, I will, for real. It's going to be a big stadium. It's going to be sold out. And Kentucky can go down there and make a major statement by going on a road and beating Texas. It's not impossible. It's very, it's a very tall hill to climb, but it's not impossible for us to win a game like that for sure. But hopefully we go on the road and get a very big time win, starting with first road game at Ole Miss, and just having a season that continues to propel from there, move up, continue to get better, and let's just see if we can have a success. Um, Here we have Harold says, I have never gotten a tattoo, but if I have never gotten a tattoo, but if they went undefeated, I might have to go get me a stick on. Absolutely, something that stay on for about a day or two, and then come on off. We good, you know what I'm saying? So definitely have to just see how this season goes. And I hope the guys are ready to get out there and play. I hope they're ready to get out there and prove themselves. And I hope that these guys are ready to get out there and show that Kentucky football can compete on the highest level in the SEC and win some ball games, or at least just be very competitive instead of just getting ran over and just getting ran off the field. And let's just move on to the next ball game, because I hope that we can get those wins that can be something that we can hang our hats on and saying that that the possibilities of having a great year is right there at our feet, and that's for sure. Earl holler, and I get one too. Son of a gun said he'll get one too if that happens. Okay, I think we'll all just get a press on tattoo if the Cats went undefeated. But it all starts with beating Southern Miss in Game 1 next weekend in football, because it's back in America and we're happy. So hopefully Georgia Tech knocks off Florida State. That would be good. People are already writing Georgia Tech in to beat Florida State anyway. So hopefully those guys win. The basketball team is still continuing to get better and better every single practice. And soon they'll be able to go full speed all as much as they need to. So that's going to be a plus too as well. And we're just getting ready for a very special year. Why can't we go undefeated? I mean, it's hard for any team in America to go undefeated. Even it's harder for Georgia to go undefeated. Even Georgia's going to get tested. Alabama's going to get tested. Michigan's going to get tested. Ohio State's going to get tested. I think as a fan and like for myself, for me to sit here and say that I'm not going to lose any, that I'm not sitting holding my breath hoping that Kentucky goes undefeated. I mean, I just think it's hard, and it's Kentucky football. And, we lost games over the years because one or two penalties here and there didn't go our way, and we lost ball games. It's just really all about who we really are as a team, and can we take one game at a time, and can we focus our attention on winning this ball game and dominating, and then building each week from this win. I know beating Georgia is a very tall task, but if you somehow shock the world and beat Georgia, then you don't fear anybody else, because Georgia's at the top of the list. And if you go and if you can and if you can beat Georgia, then guess what? Anything for the rest of the year can happen. We just got to see what happens, in them first few games. But we got to go out and we definitely got to we definitely got to go out and have the mental aspect that we can play with anybody, and that we're not here, that this is not a game that we're just going to come and just lay down just because you're Georgia, just because you're Tennessee, just because you're Ole Miss, just because you're Florida, just because you're Texas. We're not going to lay down and just let you beat us. We're coming to play every single ball game, week in and week out. Harold, thanks for joining in. I appreciate you. Okay, but we just got to go, man. We just gotta play ball, and we just got to keep believing that the Wildcats can have a successful year and just win ball games that nobody in the nation thought that we had a chance to win. And I think it really starts with, we can say it starts with Georgia. We can say that because we got Georgia before we got Ole Miss. And that's a tall hill to climb, but not impossible if we come out and play all three phases of football and play like we belong on the field with Georgia, despite Georgia being who they are. We just got to go out and we got to play ball. And for me, that what makes a big difference in the world as well. So, hey, guys, thank you guys so much for joining in. Man, I appreciate each and one of you. If this was your first time, thank you so much for joining. I really, really appreciate it. Tuesday night, we'll be right back here again with the Loyal BBN Fan Show. Hopefully, we got more news and more updates with the team of football, the team of basketball, and we will just keep enjoying ourselves, laughing and talking, and dreaming big as Kentucky fans, and hoping for the best for the season that we could possibly get. And until next time, I appreciate you guys. And Hurl reminded me, do not get off. Wait a few seconds before you close it. And you guys know how I close my videos. Go Cats.